recording has started. So,
We've been down here and there was fire.
there was fire everywhere. So much fire.
Cool. Sorry.
There is still fire.
I would have been able to prep my spell list knowing where we were going. So you carry on talking now, but I'm just gonna.
That's fine. So, last we left off, the intrepid band. It's not going to be a good session for me. The intrepid band of adventurers known as Ignium Cete, having returned from the Hells to the material plane, reconvened at Vigil Keep and spoke with High General Marcus M. Main, who instructed them of the current situation around Waterdeep, the barrier, and various goings-on. Following that, having learned about several artifacts of power, the group first decided to head over to the dwarven city of Gauntlgrim, where they had visited relatively recently. Recently to them, about a month ago for everybody else. 3 weeks ago. Returning back to Corvin, speaking with Yano, and then heading down southwest down to the city of Gauntlgrim, deciding to both try to enlist the aid of the dwarves who had not yet lent their support to the battle around the conservation or the retaking of Waterdeep, but also to go after their first artifact, their first treasure, known only to them as the Hoard of the Last King Under the Mountain. Upon arriving at Gauntlgrim, going again via the familiar side entrance, they were greeted by a large band of dwarven fighters who questioned and stopped them. But after the group revealed basically name dropped both Ulfgar and Commander Thaldron Brighthammer. The dwarves went off and they collected Ulfgar, Thaldron's lieutenant. Pleasantries were exchanged, and Ulfgar gave you a bit of an idea of the situation, that they were slowly, level by level, retaking the city of Gauntlgrim, which, in their absence, has been infested with hordes and hordes of demons. You can see as you entered the city of Gauntlgrim, the main courtyard area where you had first found yourselves. Had been set up into a massive war camp with temporary forges, garrisons, and tents, and medical areas and things, filled with dwarves from both Mithril Hall on one side and also Mirabar on the other. It seemed to be a joint war effort between them, but at the same time both factions, both parties appear to be keeping themselves quite separate from each other as well. Some possibly long-standing feud or something beyond that behind it. Following that, Ulfgar just said he would take you down towards the commander. He was about 5 levels down at that point. And that is pretty much where we left off, if I recall correctly. Mm-hmm. Anyone got anything to add that I may have missed? Good. Okay then, so right now the 6 of you are following Ulfgar down through the various levels of Gauntlgrim. After you head through this main area, you can see a bit further on from the market square that you originally found yourself, where you fought some of the Mephits and Elementals before going on towards the forge. Some of the other tunnels have now been opened up, the rocks and rubble have been excavated, and you pass through several of these very large, heavy archway doors, which you do recognise. You did see some of these heavy, big doors, but some of them were still sealed when you first got into the courtyard. You seem to recall them being referred to as dwarven barrier doors. As you're going through, and as Ulfgar leads you down through levels, you can see it's almost what you'd expect to be a standard city, similar to Waterdeep in its not necessarily its layout, but the types of buildings. You see taverns. You see shops, you see houses and residentials, you see common areas and open spaces. All of it, though, seems to be carved directly into the mountain. So none of these buildings, some of the buildings are freestanding, but again, made out of this dark igneous rock, probably a volcanic rock from the active volcano of Mount Hodenau. You can see that a lot of it is very old. It is not worn per se, mainly because there isn't a lot of there aren't elements down. There is no wind. There is no rain in this area. There is nothing but effectively hot stone and the odd breeze, generally caused by cracks in the rocks and such. However, that by no means means that it is pristine. Every level that you travel down, there are signs of battle. You can see blood smears on the ground. You can see scorch marks. You can see gouges. You can see where some buildings appear to have been parts of it have collapsed. You can see bits of furniture that have been brought down, or brought out of buildings. Wooden tables, stone beds that have been built into makeshift barricades. As you get to each of these large entranceways, these large archways that seem to denote the next level down, effectively into the city, you can see the remains of these barricades that have been erected. There are tables up and things. The ramparts have been built, mostly of stone, some of it of loose rock, some of it of old furniture, those pieces that had survived the test of time. But as you get to these barricaded areas, the heavy staircases that lead down into the next level, the signs of fighting become more and more fierce, more apparent. As you're walking down, you can definitely see that it's been a very slow push. Clear one level, hold it. Clear one level, hold it. Clear one level, hold it. And that appears to have
Really
progressed.
going to a dungeon.
Exactly.
Save the barricades.
You can get a sense that there are 3 enemies left on this level. Wait a minute. But anyway, as Ulfgar's heading down, he does narrate a little bit of what's been going on. He tells you that they've been here for about 2 weeks now that they've been going through, and it's the first floors were the lightest, and the further and further they push down, the thicker and thicker the horde seemed to be. He also advises you that as they push down, they don't know the geography, the whole layout of this place, because they have no maps of the area. But you can say categorically that they are fighting more demons than they could fit in this area. He advised you upon your arrival that they believe that there is a source of them somewhere that they are coming up from or coming out of, or something along those lines. As you reach down to the 5th level, it does take you about 20 minutes to actually descend down. It's quite a large area, and especially with navigating around some of the broken bits and the barricades. You see no bodies around. You see no demonic bodies. You see no dwarven bodies. However, every now and again you do see what appears to be small convoys of wounded being carried back up towards the surface, and contingents of dwarves running past you as well, effectively refreshing the front lines. As you head down, like I said, you get to the 5th level, you can see ahead of you, as you head down about 150 feet away, you can see another barricade that has recently been erected. And you can see at least 100 dwarven warriors, mainly clad in plate mail. They have their large shields and hammers. You see some of them that are lightly armoured, seem to be wielding nothing more than like hide armors. You see priest-looking individuals, and even what you think may even be a few casters, a few mage-based individuals that remind you a little bit of Herrick. As Ulfgar approaches, you can see about 30 feet away from the front lines, there has been a table that has been dragged out. And standing at this table, just on it, currently by himself, you see the back of the familiar back of Faldron Brighthammer. As you approach, Ulfgar whistles over to him, which I'm not going to do because it never comes across on the microphone very well. But Faldron turns around and kind of squints at you guys a little bit. You can see his armor, now wearing his full regalia, is very, very nice dwarven plate armor. You can see through across his back a massive war hammer, no shield this time, but just this huge hammer, and it was almost like both a ceremonial and a very practical war garb that he's wearing. He goes, Is that who I think it is? What the fuck are you guys doing here? Come on,
Heard you needed
come
some
over.
help.
You could fucking say that again, lass. Oh, fuck me. What do you got? What are you doing here?
Like I said, heard you needed some help. Came to help. Hoping to get some in return if we can turn this thing around for you, but...
Well, fuck it, if you... I will do pretty much anything if you can get us out of this shithole right now. This thing is taking me fucking weeks to get down here. Alright, help. Actually, you might just be what I'm looking for. Come over here, lasses. And you can see, as you move over, you've got this large table. It appears to have got the remnants of some kind of map laid out on the table. So, alright, we were digging through some of the ruins after we cleared out the floor above us, and we managed to find this. Well, it wasn't like this. There was a few bits of it, you see, but we kind of pieced it together as best we can. Still a few bits missing, but again, it gives us a bit of an idea of the layout. He says, we're here, and he points to about the centre of the map. I reckon we're maybe about halfway down, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less. It's hard to tell. These maps aren't great. But by the time it's taken us, I reckon it's going to take us another 3 weeks to get down to the bottom of this place and find out what the fuck's going on. I don't know if I've even got the men to spare for it. As he kind of looks over towards the barricade, and you can see, even now, there are low signs of battle. You can hear fighting in the distance. You're about 40 feet away from the actual front line, and you can hear a little bit of a combat going on. You can hear, a few shouts in Dwarvish, and you can hear the ring of metal on metal. The lads are fighting as best they can, but if we don't find a way to stop these guys replenishing their numbers, then we're not going to be able to. I mean, they could do it faster than I can. Takes me a few years to pop one out, if you know what I mean. Takes them minutes. But that's where you guys come in. Look at this. And he points down, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I found an old tunnel. Could still be active. Could be collapsed. I don't fucking know. I haven't had a chance to go and have a look. But I found this old tunnel. It heads down by the side of the city. And he points down. You can see on the map what appears to be this almost what you could only describe as a maintenance crag. Almost. And I reckon this will lead us straight down to the old throne room. Or at least somewhere towards it.
That's where they're coming from.
It's the lowest point that I know of. I mean the maps, they taper off. You hit about the 10th, 11th floor, and then I ain't got anything else. Either they never made the maps, which is a bit weird, or they've been destroyed. I can't tell which.
Okay.
But there's not a lot of room. I can't move my forces down there. It's just too small. But if we can get a small group down there, maybe investigate it, maybe clear it out, you might be able to find something that you might find a way down there. And to be fair, I've seen you guys fight. Well, most of you. I'm not sure who he is, but
he's good.
I've seen most of you guys fight, and to be honest, I trust that if you could find out whatever's going on down there, that you could probably get rid of it.
Pretty much.
If you do that, I will do whatever you fucking ask. Within reason.
Could you turn into a pony?
If it were in my power, lass, I would turn into 7.
I can turn him into a pony.
Fuck it. No, what? No. Well, we can discuss it later. But...
Yeah, we'll talk payment later.
Okay. But if you guys can get down there and find out what the fuck, I don't know, block the tunnels off, or find out where these fuckers are coming from, and at least stem the tide a bit, we'll actually have a chance of clearing it out in more than this fucking year. What do you reckon?
So it's just like a
Like a
ladder
plan.
down.
It's a tunnel.
I don't know. He just kind of points to the scrap of cloth, and you can just see it's effectively a line drawn that goes outside of the city and loops back into it. I don't know what it is. It could be a ladder.
Like
it could be a fucking
shortcut.
slide. It could be a lava
That'd be
floor.
fun.
but I would have thought that the rest of the lava flows are in red. It's not
Okay.
red,
Yeah, so probably not a lava flow
so
then.
it might not be a lava flow.
Probably.
Might not.
Like a 10% chance. You just forgot
I
right out of
would-
ink.
I wouldn't like to place a bet.
Yes.
But whatever it is, I'm sure you guys can handle it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Is there any way to get supplies before we go down?
It depends what you're looking for, lass. I've got pretty much fuck all.
Potions, health stuff.
Um,
They're very needy. Some of them get hurt a lot.
Honestly, we've already exhausted most of our medical supplies. We brought a fuck ton with us, but you came down through the main way, I guess. You saw what the lads were like. We need to try. They're not doing great. We're not doing
Okay.
great. This is
They'll be fine.
worse than we were first anticipating. I'll tell you that.
Fine.
I tell you what,
Clerking is
I can't
boring.
give you any potions, but I can give you my best right-hand man. Ulfgar, I want you to accompany them. They could do with your skills. Alright. I'm giving him a completely different accent so I can distinguish between the two, because I can only do one dwarf. Alright, yeah, I'll come with him.
Sounds like Zen.
Yeah.
Are you Zin's lost long brother? Who's next? His third one?
He knows his way around stonework, he knows his way around the forge, he knows his way around the fight. It'll be good use to you. Just nods at you.
Alright.
Right. So where's the entry point?
If you follow back the way you came, turn right, there's an old tavern or something there, from what I can tell. It's in the cellar, down there. If you find a hatch at the back, probably be well sealed up.
Okay.
Have a look, and you should be able to find it there. Follow
Right.
it down and do what you can, lads. That's all I can ask.
Alright.
I'm pretty much ready to go.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Alright, good luck to you.
I'm
and-
gonna go up to him,
Go for it.
and I'm gonna pull out my 2 healing elixirs from probably the previous night, and just go give these to your men that need them most.
Very kind of you, lad. He takes them, he puts them on the table. I'll make sure to put them to good use. Alright, you guys better get going. I got some more fighting to do. And as he says that, you hear a bit of a commotion behind him. Coming from the barricade area. And you watch as you see about 3 dwarves go flying back. They get jettisoned off their feet and are knocked back a good 10-15 feet. As you watch as this hulking, almost toad-like demonic creature standing about 8 or 9 foot tall barrels its way through the front line and just snarls and roars out in this strange demonic hiss. And you see Thalor goes, and that's my cue, and he grabs the hammer. And as you watch as he grabs onto the hilt, the actual head of this massive warhammer ignites with lightning and sparks, and he just rushes off in that direction.
I think that's our cue too. We should get a move.
All right then. So
We're setting off. Right?
Okay.
Or are we helping them?
No, we're going.
No.
Let's
Nope.
go.
They got it.
Hey,
There's a lot of them. They can deal with stuff.
Ulfgar
Yeah,
says
the crowd.
they'll be fine. I mean, we fought worse than that over the last couple of weeks. Come on, I'll show you the way.
Alright.
He leads you back, and you go back about not far, about 60 feet or so. Turn down a side street. As you head round, you can see set back into the rock, quite far away from most of the buildings actually, a simple tavern. It has a stone sign outside, but the name is no longer legible. The sign is cracked and out of place. But you can see these heavy stone doors that seem to bar the entranceway to this old tavern type building. What do you want to do?
Let's head to the tavern, look in the basement for this
Okay.
entranceway.
You open up and you can see inside very little because it is very dim in here. There are no torches in here. So most of you have some form of dark vision.
Go ahead and light up Rocky.
Okay. As it kind of illuminates the
Okay.
entry. It illuminates the interior, and you can see a very typical old-looking tavern. You can see a long stone bar that stretches a good 10-12 feet around. Stone stools, stone tables, stone mugs. You get the idea of this. You can see a set of stairs ascending up into a second story. You can see another seating area off to the right where a hearth would have once burnt but no longer does. And that's all you can see from the entranceway.
There seemed to be a back room of some sort. Can I go kind of with the rock floating around, just kind of...
You take it around, you have a look, and looking around you don't see any back rooms. It seems to kind of end at the back of the bar. But as you walk around the actual back of the bar itself, you see a set of stairs descending down. No trapdoor or anything, just stairs descending down.
That'd be kind of dangerous to work around.
Dwarves don't care. There are...
Take one too many steps back and end up falling down the stairs.
Yeah. But yeah, you just have this set of stairs leading down into this dark cellar.
Send Rocky down ahead of me. It's like, hey,
Let's go.
stairs over here.
I was
Come on.
just going to make a joke, physically, or was it just a library full of the Dark Tower books?
No, it is physically just a dark room.
I'm actually listening to those books right now. Oh my god, they're so good.
So, as you guys head down into... are you all heading down to the cellar?
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
as you head down to the cellar, you can see the cellar is almost... The actual underground portion of this tavern is almost the same size as the upper area of the tavern, so it stretches quite far. It doesn't go much further back, but it stretches quite wide. You can see old stands. There are mainly rock-based stands where kegs still would have sat. Some of them still have kegs sat in them. You can see a few old bottles, glass bottles here. It looks like this place... most of them are broken and damaged, but it looks like this place was left in a hurry and has not been looted. It's not been cleared out. It's just been left to the eons of time. But that's all you can see at this point. Mainly these wooden barrels, and also you get wine racks almost.
I'm just going to grab Jojo's hand and go, "Don't be tempted now. It's not the time."
I'll grab him on the way up.
I missed that completely because you all went funny, so don't be what?
Don't be tempted by the drink now. It's not the time.
I don't really drink anymore.
She actually doesn't. It's kind of a miracle.
Mostly sober. After you left, I drank so much. I drank the entire... everything.
Yeah, like the entire cellar. That was bad. I think after that, it kind of,
I grab a bottle of wine and put it in my backpack.
Roll me a d20, Giovanni.
Oh boy.
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, roll me a d20.
Oh,
As you watch as Ulfgar just reaches up and grabs what looks to be some kind of a bottle of whiskey. Okay, that's enough. You grab a bottle of wine, and as you actually go and have a look, there are very, very few bottles of wine. It's almost all whiskies and ales. You don't take dwarves as much wine drinkers. As you go to pull the bottle, you pull it, and it doesn't come free. But you hear a click.
Oh shit.
And on the right-hand side, on the very far corner of the cellar, you watch as a huge amount of dust moves, as a large stone door just slides back into the wall. Revealing
Did you just find what we were looking for?
I knew this was gonna happen.
You've got a good eye on you, lad! I mean, who the fuck would go for a wine? When you got all this whiskey here, you're a good thinking lad. He's a smart one. Keep him with you.
I've got the eyes, you know.
Can I go check out the tunnel behind the door that just opened?
Okay, because you take a look down it, especially you've got the 120 feet of dark vision. You've got a lot of dark vision here.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had that.
The light is
Oh yeah, I
useful.
cast dark vision and mage armor on myself.
Okay, so everyone has dark vision, but the light is still useful.
Yeah. Extends the dark vision a little bit.
So you look down and you don't actually see that far because you watch as the tunnel. It is not a worked tunnel. You can see a few what appears to be like partially worked stone steps that descend down by about 10-15 feet, not very far, before it gives way to just old craggy rock tunnel. It curves around to the right and out of sight.
Okay.
That's what you can see.
Interesting. All right.
Okay, I think it's time now that we actually go with a plan of in order and everything. Have any of you guys got any stealthier since I've left?
I've
Ulfgar
moved
just
up
looks
to
around like,
average. As opposed to terrible.
I just nod, I stick up my hood, and I, lead the party about 20 feet ahead, being all stealthy and just keeping an eye out.
okay. Standard marching order for the rest of you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ulfgar will he'll bring up the rear.
I'll
Okay.
move
Yeah.
further up to the
I'm
middle
going
then.
to change the marching order.
Okay, if you
Because
want to update
Rory
it for
is
me.
gone.
And
Yeah.
then once you've done, if you can roll me a stealth check, please.
Yeah.
The rest of you, are you just kind of keeping back? Are you trying to be sneaky as well, or just not bothering?
I think we're trying not to ruin his stealth.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you want to all give me stealth checks, please.
Oh, fudge.
If you could roll for Zin and Ranos as well, it'd be appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
I'll
pull
roll
up here.
for
29. Skate is back.
Guess who's back?
19.
See, Zin was
Ulfgar
quite
gets
stealthy,
an
wasn't he?
8.
Yeah.
Zin's relatively stealthy. That's not bad.
So, Ranos is the 13. I rolled twice by accident.
That's fine. Okay, you all you are relatively quiet as you make your way through this craggy tunnel, and it continues on for quite a while. Actually, kind of this enclosed tunnel. Skaith, you see this first though. As you're moving on this tunnel, as you're heading down, you head down for about 10-15 minutes through this like enclosed tunnel. And every now and again, you kind of get the odd bit where you think worn steps may be or may not be. It's hard to tell, especially in the low light. It is not the clearest thing. You know those old country roads where you've got where you almost like worn grooves into the steps and things like that. It's a little bit like that. But as you start getting down, as you carry on, you notice about 20 feet ahead of you, Skaith. One side of the tunnel seems to just fall away, and it becomes open. It looks like it becomes open air.
Okay. Over the badge, I'll just go. Guys, just hold up. Let me just check this out.
Okay.
And I'll start creeping up towards it.
Okay, you creep up towards it, and as you get towards the entranceway, you can see where this the tunnel ends, and it does indeed open up into a huge open air cavern. You can see on your right hand side along the wall it is solid. It goes all the way up to the ceiling from what you can tell. You can't quite see the ceiling, it's very high up. And it's almost like the path that you're on is a bit like a goat path type thing that kind of skirts around the edge of almost this cliff face. You look over to your left, and all you can see is darkness. You don't see a bottom, you don't see another wall, you don't see a ceiling. But what you do see as you look up is just every now and again the odd little, what appears you think is like a twinkle, like if light was reflecting off metal or glass or something. Just a tiny little bits here. There's hardly any light in here at all. But every now and again you just see these. You can't tell how far away they are, but just these odd twinkles here and there. And again, the path that you're stood on is only about 4 foot wide. It's not a very big path, and it's jagged, and it juts in and out it is very much like the going path on the side of a mountain,
Okay.
but underground.
I will send Shadow up to fly to the roof to see how high it is. And
Okay.
I'll have a look at these twinkles.
Okay. Shadow heads up. Does Shadow have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay. You might have to remind me about some of these things. Shadow heads up, and Shadow heads up a good 120 feet before coming to the ceiling. Maybe just a bit more. As she coasts up, are you looking through her eyes?
I can look up to 100 feet.
So yeah, within 20 feet you can quite easily see the ceiling. So
Yeah.
if you get up to almost maximum range, and you can see you can see a dark black rocky ceiling. And you can, if you want to give me an investigation check for Shadow, please, or perception. Perception's
yeah.
fine.
Okay, perception. Advantage.
Okay. As
Natural 20, Shadow.
sorted. As you do a bit of a loop around, you kind of have a look at some of these glinting bits, and from what you can see as you peer through Shadow's eyes, these appear to be precious metals and almost like crystalline structures and formations. You can see gold here, a little bit of silver there, dirty, but just glinting through. And it seems like the entirety of this ceiling appears to be dotted in these precious metals and the odd, what you think may even be a jewel here and there. They're embedded, almost embedded into the ceiling, or were maybe this place was mined out. It's hard to tell,
And they missed the ceiling.
but you can see it is quite high up, far beyond your normal range of vision. But every now and again you see the odd twinkle, almost like stars in the night.
Okay.
Creates this quite strange feeling, especially since you know that you're over a mile underground at this point, if not more.
Yeah, I relay this information. I bring her back towards me, and then I'll see how deep the fall is.
Hard to tell. Shadow drops down 100 feet, 150 feet, 200 feet.
Then I'll bring her back up, and then I'll just relay, don't fall. And then I'll tell them to come and follow me, and we'll head along the go path.
Okay. The rest of you just
Oh boy.
following?
Carefully.
Okay.
Yeah, Sadas is going to have his mandolin out just in case he needs a cast fly.
Fly or levitate.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
Okay.
good point.
You continue along this path. Are you still being stealthy? Are you still going slow?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't need new checks. Okay, as you continue down this path, and you walk along this path for half hour, 45 minutes, maybe longer, maybe an hour, and it kind of weird, almost turns and sways as it hugs the side of this strange internal mountain. After about 45 minutes, actually, Skaith, you come to what appears to be a large rock that has fallen onto this path. It covers the entire thing, hangs over a little bit as well. It's about 5 foot tall. It's not very tall, but it appears to have dropped and dislodged from the ceiling or something like that and has landed just on this ledge. You can see a few bits of loose rock around it as well.
So it's a block in the path.
That's right. So you've got your goat path, you've got your path that goes around the outside of the mountain. You've got just this massive rock that just sits on it. It doesn't look like it's like joined, as in it's not part of the wall, but it does appear to have fallen. You can kind of see the seams alongside it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, would it be possible to climb over it?
Potentially. Make
But
me
it'd probably
make me
be-
a perception check, actually.
Okay.
Not bad. Okay, as you have approached it and you have a look, you look down at you haven't really been paying as much attention to necessarily the walls themselves and such, kind of keeping an eye on your footing. But now that you notice, you have a look around, and where you are, and about 10 feet back from you as well, the ground, the walls, they almost have a bit of a sheen to them, almost as if they're wet. There's moisture in the air. But you have a look at the rock, and you definitely could climb over it, but it is slick. As is most of the floor now. You're quite sure-footed, and you've navigated it without any issue, really. The rest of you, as you're following up behind him, you do see the ground starts to get these little pitter-patters of moisture here. Sourceless, you can't see where, but it's also drips on the wall as well. Almost like condensation as such. But there's definitely a source of moisture somewhere.
I'm gonna try to use prestidigitation to dry up a little bit of that moisture, just to keep us from, falling to our deaths.
It will slow your rate down a bit, but you can dry
We're already
the path a
slowed
little
down.
bit. It'll slow you down further, but you can dry patches to make it easier to walk on.
Okay.
But yeah, so the rest of you, as you catch up to Skaith, you're now all stood in a line in front of this pretty hefty-looking boulder.
Is there a way to shove it out of the way?
Might be able to.
Or is it blocked in?
Hard to. You make me an investigation check.
Right. I am the wrong person to be doing this.
You have a look, and you can tell that the rock is not part of the wall on the right. You can see there is a clear seam,
Okay.
but apart from that, you can't really see much else.
Mm-hmm.
So the abyss is on our left.
The abyss is on your
Wonderful.
left. Sorry, the cavern into the dark below is to your left.
Yes.
And on your right, you have just this sheer, almost cliff face that heads up about 120 feet to the ceiling. Well, it was 120 feet when you last looked. That was half an hour ago.
And now we have a boulder on the
You've got a-
sort of goat path.
You've got this big ass boulder blocking your way.
Anyone want to try and push it down?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay, I'll give it a go.
Or what if that sort of the sound
Alerts.
Yeah. This could be an alarm system.
If it falls
Yeah.
all the way down there, it'll alert stuff down there.
Yeah, but we don't know what's on there.
Bats
It might have
for
wings.
And
Dragons.
yeah. Exactly. Could be dodgy.
Yeah. What about, can you fly over it and check how far we have to jump if we want to fly or something like that? With a bird.
Yeah, Shad will fly over the boulder and just see what the path is like beyond it.
Fly over the boulder. The boulder is only about 5 foot across. It's about a 5 foot sphere, rough. And on the other side, the path just carries on.
Okay. You know what? Back it. Skate is gonna try to climb over it with his climb speed.
Okay, I will require an acrobatics check from you with disadvantage because of the slings.
I've
Can I suggest something for Ranos?
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Okay, 16, not bad. You hop up and it's hard to get a grip on it, but you're quite spindly, you're quite acrobatic, and you do manage to almost spider climb your way over it in a very. It's not graceful, but it's functional, and you do manage to plop down on the other side of the rock. Yes, Johanna.
If it's 5 feet around, can I just cast Stone Shape on it and turn it, just make it go away?
Yes.
Theoretically, yes.
Yeah.
You can cast what?
Stone
I don't know.
shape.
shape.
I'm gonna, after Skate does that, I'm just gonna go and touch it, and I'm just gonna turn it into like a flat.
no.
Okay. As you watch, as Johanna just walks up, puts her hand, she kind of shimmies past you, puts her hand on the rock, mutters a few words of divine power. The rock just turns into a pebble. As Skaith does his dramatic "ta-da," turns around to Jazz hands that he climbed over it. The rock's just
Okay, no, it's going to
Yeah.
be in the shape of an award, and it goes, "Well done."
a little trophy for you there.
I'm going to just give it to Starscape.
You hear a word from behind you. If you wanted to do that, you should have said. Oh well. Nice going, lass.
I smile. Let's go. Well, that works too.
I picked up a few new things.
Level 4 spell to defeat a boulder.
Yes.
Hey, this is realistically, it's just an advanced door at this point.
Yeah.
Let's,
So the boulder is clear.
I just thought it'd be fun, and it's going to. Half of us were not going to clamber over it that well.
no.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
I'm going to get the reward and turn to a dwarf and just go, what's a dwarf's favorite type of music? Rock and roll, as I roll it to him.
He just kind of looks at you. As the little sign clinks against his feet, he just looks at you like, really? And just leaves it on the ground. No words are said. No words need be said.
And he's back.
Wait.
God.
Okay, so what would you like to do?
Keep going, I guess.
Yeah, continue on.
Okay, at this point I will ask for another round of stealth checks from you all, please.
But,
Got some good rolls going on here, guys.
Yeah, that's a natural 1 per round us.
Ooh.
29 per scase.
There we go.
Okay, average not too bad. Okay then.
Oh wow, actually did kind of good.
So, Scaife, as you head forward, the rest of you following about 20 feet behind. As you continue forward, the ground is it's getting not slicker but more persistent. There is definitely there is moisture in the air, and it is. You're inside a volcano, but it's almost getting cooler as well. The temperature is dropping as you go deeper down. You travel for another about half an hour, maybe a little bit more. Before I'll describe this for all of you, but before you see something in the distance, down below you. Hard to tell how far. Perception's a little bit off in this area, but the pit foot, the abyss, the chasm to your left, still yawning ahead of you. Still seeing those little twinkles of light in the ceiling. But as you look down ahead of you, you can watch as the path kind of sneaks around down towards it. You can see a few glows of light. You can see, from what you can make it, it's difficult to tell, but from what little illumination there is in this area, you can see what appears to be the sprawling remains of a dwarven city. You can see buildings. You can see ahead of you at the foot of the stairs what appears to be a large, almost like garrison or guardhouse. You can hear the rushing of water, similar to a waterfall almost. You can make out this, the outline of a very large, very tall building in the centre. Looks to be almost a ziggurat-like shape, or pyramid, or something like that. And you can just see these little spots of light here and there, from what appear to be could be torchlight, could be glowing rocks. It's hard to tell at this point. But this place is pretty big, and you kind of almost have you have an aerial view looking down at it. From where you are, it's going to take you about another 5-10 minutes to reach down that initial guard entrance. And from what you can see, that garrison, the guardhouse type thing that you can see, not overhangs the ledge, but goes up to the edge of it, as if it kind of blocks the entire pathway of where it is. What would you like to do?
Are we going to continue heading to main entrance?
What else are we going to do?
Yeah. So, this is what we feel to be the bottom level. I'll turn to. Sorry, what's the name of the dwarf?
Ulfgar.
Ulfgar. How deep is this compared to the deepest layers?
You watch as he he licks a gauntleted finger and holds his finger up to the air. I'd say we're pretty far down, lad. By my calculations. He sniffs the rock. I'd say this might be what we're looking for. I'm not sure.
So this is deepest whatever.
Hey, I'm not saying this is the deepest. This is the deepest we know about.
But this may be the center of what's causing all these demons and devils to appear.
Oh, aye. Best be on our guards, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't want to be caught out by some wandering demons.
That's true.
Are
Everyone.
you sure you're not a demon?
I'm pretty sure I'm not a demon.
You're overly enthusiastic about the demons.
I would like to take my home back. If you don't
Kaz,
mind. I'm sure you can
is there any
sympathise.
is there any bats or anything in the caves? Have you seen anything?
You haven't seen
Like-
any creature, any life, any movement
Okay.
from the hour and a half that you've been travelling along this effectively tunnel, this mountain path or this cliff path. You have seen no movement. There has been no activity. There's been you guys, and that's it.
Okay. So
Alright.
we go down to the town and we go looking for trouble.
That's what we do best.
Saying that what we always do?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're heading down, it's kind of like a switchback winding path that heads down to this area. I'd like one more round of stealth checks from you all, please, assuming you're being stealthy.
No, we decided this time round we're just gonna go running and giggling.
I can't do it.
I missed being good at skills.
Okay, as you guys head down, the air. There is almost a coolness and almost a moistness to the air, like a cold humidity almost. It sounds weird, but it's the best way I can describe it. And you can definitely, somewhere in the city, you can hear the rush of a waterfall. Hard to tell where from, but there is a waterfall somewhere in here. Now, I'm just going to make sure, before I do this actually, I'm going to make sure I've done this properly, because I don't need to break it. I'm also going to turn off of the advanced fog of war because it is a big map. Okay, so you guys are in the very bottom left.
Oh no, come on, I won't drag.
Big ass
Dungeon
map.
crawling.
I have one small screen and when you do this I can never see anything because I can't get there.
You can zoom in.
That makes it worse because then I can't see where I'm going.
I can't help you there, lass. Okay, so you may notice on this map, you can see there are two sets of boxes. This is one of those lovely maps where it's designed for 10-foot square boxes, which I, for the life of me, no idea why anyone would ever do that. What I've done is I've scaled the map up and try and basically aligned it so we have like you've got your normal 5-foot squares. So just as I move Giovanni around, those are the 5-foot squares of normal. Okay. So from where you are, you kind of head down onto this large landing. Just off to here, just to the north of you, this is the chasm that is heading down into the depths below, whatever that may be, wherever it may go. Ahead of you, you have this large stone guardhouse. The bunker itself, it's also very bunkerish. It's a very flat roof, but it appears to be about 13 foot tall ish. It's not huge, and it has a single heavy stone door. It is a pulley.
Can I have a lot of dark vision, please?
Sorry, I should have fixed that for you. My apologies.
No problem.
120.
Yes.
Let there be light!
Wow. Oh, this is the
So-
door then.
Sorry, Nero needs 120 as well. My mistake.
I think we're
Okay.
missing a
You have-
dwarf too.
You're missing little Ulfgar. There he is. He doesn't get a little, he doesn't have a glow.
This is the cavern over here.
Yes, sorry, my
Yeah.
mistake.
And this is the door. Okay. Yeah,
we
I'm
can't
just.
see much further because there's just not enough space.
Yeah.
So ahead of you, you have this, these very large, thick, heavy stone columns that seem to like make up the corners or joints of this building. It's hard to, you can't tell how thick the walls are, but this is quite a sturdy construction. And like I said, it appears to be some kind of a garrison or guardhouse or just some kind of a bunker. And I said there is a single heavy stone door barring your passage. That, from glance, I mean, you guys are good with doors. Like I said, it's a pushy.
In the towers are there windows?
No, this is solid stone.
So 13 feet high, and then okay.
About 12, 13 feet high, so it's quite tall, especially even for dwarves, it's quite tall.
Can you tell me, how does climb speed work? Does climb speed work with anything?
It works if it's climbable. If it was like sheer polished stone, you'd probably have a lot of difficulty climbing it.
Okay. Now, I could possibly get to the top if we give some rope and the grappling hook to Shadow to fly over, hook on the other side. I can climb up.
I will say, as far as you're aware, the bunker itself, lengthwise, because you would have seen it coming down, it's around 50, 60 feet in length.
Can we just open the door?
Don't be silly, Giovanni. It's obviously a trap. I don't know what you guys are waiting for. We haven't got. I do want to point out, the longer we wait, the more of me guys probably die.
Okay, let's try the door.
Yeah.
We're just making sure that
You
we
go
don't
first.
die
No,
and
you
then
go
everybody
first.
dies.
I understand you're cautious, but sometimes I find that the direct approach is sometimes the best. So, who wants to open the door?
Skaith.
Scathe.
Yeah, I'll open the door with my weedy little arms.
Okay, you pull on. There's a handle, and you grab it and you pull, and it's a heavy door. And as you pull it, it does grind. This door has not been opened for some time, and it does. There is almost a flow of air that exits from the interior of this space. Sorry. As dust and rock residue kind of blows out towards you a little bit. And it reveals to you what appears to be some kind of a zigzag cavern. I'll move you ahead. You can see some kind of a zigzaggy cavern, or corridor, and peppered along all of the walls, you can see these small, what appears to be arrow slits.
Okay. Fate is going to start sneaking along.
Okay, do you want to give me another stealth check, please?
Before he does, I'm going to give him guidance. Let's go. Be safe. He doesn't
Always
need
am.
it, but it makes me feel happier.
Okay, so as you move down the corridor, I'd like you also to make me a perception check.
I'll use guidance for that.
Okay. 18. Need to roll something. Woohoo. Okay. Good to know. Okay. As you creak open the door and you head in, just as you finished moving the door, you heard something. Chatter stopped. And you hear what you think is like the shuffling of feet.
I want to.
I'm just gonna over that. There's something here.
I step inside.
I'm going to.
Where did you hear it? Should I also roll a stealth check?
Yes,
Or is-
please.
Yeah.
If you're being
I'm
sneaky.
gonna shadow summon my
Yeah.
sword and shield.
Oh yes, you got that invocation, don't you? Forgot about that.
Yes.
Stealth. There we go. And I'm gonna whisper to Skate. Where did you hear it? Which side?
Skaith, it would have been the right-hand side.
I'll point them in the direction.
So when I say right-hand side, I'm just referring to this side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know left from right.
I'm going to go up to this arrow slit, and I'm going to shoot a stinking cloud somewhere inside. Just like basically straight into the thing. I don't know. Maybe it
Okay.
would be like there or something.
Smoke
Okay.
bomb.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll allow that. Okay. First off, I'd like you to make me an Arcana check to aim it and try and get fire through the small slit sneakily as well.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So you mutter your incantation under your breath, and this very small mote of yellowish gas just appears at the tip of your finger and just wafts along before it expands in a large fart sound. And let's make some checks. Okay, DC is 17.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You hear a horrible coughing, spluttering sound from something inside. You also hear the skittering of little feet away. And you also hear chattering. In what languages do you know?
I know Dwarven and Common.
Okay. You hear chattering in a language you do not understand.
I understand undercommon.
Nope, not either. And as you kind of you're listening, as the gas kind of hangs there, you hear the grinding, the kind of almost a door being pulled.
Okay, let's go. And I want to start running through this one and sort of drag Skaith along with me.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing at this point?
Well, to be honest, as soon as I started seeing Giovanni moving, I was trying to facepalm myself and kind of edge around the corner. And I'm just going to run after them. Okay.
Yeah.
You hear, as you're moving down the corridor, you hear a door somewhere in that area. Grinds open.
I want to get to this door and open it.
Okay. We go to what, the far door?
Yeah, the far door.
Yep, sounds good to me. Don't worry about moving the extra people at the back. I'll move those as and when required. Okay, you get to another heavy stone door, Giovanni. This one's a pushy.
I push it.
Okay, you push against the door hard and open up to another corridor. This one open air this time. And you don't hear anything until you cross round that door. And with your extreme dark vision, you watch as you can see two monstrous creatures. One of them toad-like, with razor claws, Another one, a huge ape-like beast that appeared to be were locked in some kind of a grapple. And two smaller, impish-looking creatures that are standing on the ground away from them. They almost seem to be cheering them on as they all look over to you as you burst through this heavy stone door.
Zen.
At that point, I'd like you all to roll initiative.
Oh,
Some things don't change.
no, I'm still jump at heart.
I moves in a bit further up because that's what Zin would do. Is everyone happy with those positionings?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fine.
I mean,
I can't see them, but sure. Like, I can't load this map at all.
is it too big?
I think so. It's freaking out.
That's what she said.
Yeah, my laptop had a bit of a conniption when I first.
Yeah. Sorry, I've turned off some of the features, but there's not much more I can do in order to force it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to...
Right?
Oops. I can't select tokens either, so they're just gonna be in there.
That's fine. I'll do the rolls for now. Okay, 1, 2, 3,
Oh, I
6.
was able to get mine just from the sheet.
Oh, okay. Let me. Was yours a 14?
Yes.
Okay. I'm.
And then I can grab zip in like 2 seconds. I still have access to like all the character sheets and stuff. I just can't see the map.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It's fine, but we can describe where things are.
Yeah.
Tell us what you're
There
doing.
we go. Let's just add one to the initiative, but give him 19, and then I'll roll for my creatures.
Oh wait, he has advantage. I meant to do that again, just in case.
19
Okay.
still.
Well, that was yeah.
Okay, Giovanni with a 1. I'm proud of you.
I think it's the shock of seeing them, these things.
Oh yeah, this is probably not what he was looking for. Not what he was planning for when he barged open the door to go after these little creatures. That's the wrong thing. Even my machine's freaking out now. Okay then, so you, that, you, that, you. Let's do it for you actually. That. And you.
God.
Do note I'm rolling one initiative for all creatures at the same time. There we go. Oh god. Good to know. Okay.
No.
Zoom out a little bit so we can see a bit better. Okie dokie then. Let's get some Fight Club on.
Yeah, like all I can see of this map is like the compass.
I will direct you as required. You're about halfway down the initiative order, so we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Okay then. Let's check. What's the range on that? Okay. Giovanni, as you're kind of staring off into the darkness, you watch as this strange four-armed goat-like creature appears out from the shadows. Oh. Still with us, Jacob? Are we there? Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just.
I think that's me.
Okay. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of feedback.
Yeah,
Okay.
my computer's freaking out.
No problems. You watch as this
Just gonna
strange
stop touching shit.
goat-like creature pops out from the shadows. Just to give you an idea of some of the things you're looking at right now, you've got
Oh boy.
something that looks a little bit like that. Just popped out of the shadows.
Aww.
Okay.
The two creatures currently
So-
locked in combat look a little bit like this. And like
Alright.
this.
Aww. Oh no.
Oh,
And
wow.
you also
Alright.
see these small little imp-like creatures like skittering around on the ground. That's what you're currently dealing with.
Glass Brazu is like CZ on.
Uh, So,
Sorry.
the Geiger counter going off. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I don't even know what I did that time.
so for the Glabrizu's turn, Giovanni, I would like you to make me it's a saving throw of some kind. Wisdom saving throw, please. Okay.
Oh. You might have to put me on a different map so it doesn't do that.
Okay, I'll figure something out.
Ah, shit. Why is it?
It's fine. So, Giovanni, you as you're kind of staring at you look at the goat man. The goat man looks at you. You look at the goat man, and you feel this rush in your head of just dizziness and confusion, and you've got no idea what's going on. You don't know what's up, what's down, what's left, what's right. You're a bit dazed at the moment. You are a victim of the confusion spell.
Oh.
So on your turn, we'll deal with that.
Yeah. Sounds fun.
Okay. The Dretch's turn. On their turn.
What? They go first, or let's go to...
Definitely Skaith would go first. Because
Okay.
they have a dexterity modifier of 0.
Skates will work. Oh, they changed the movement one. It's Q now.
Yes, they did.
10 feet.
I'm not sure why, but they moved it to do Q.
Okay. So he can't see anything yet. So he is going to move 30 feet. He can now see people fighting.
Less
So-
fighting, more
so-
facing you. They were fighting.
Yeah. He pees a wee bit, and then...
Why did I come back to this?
He's pretty fucked in this situation. Why did he not take the bow? Fuck. Yeah, I'm going to hit an Eldritch Blast
Okay. At.
against this little one here.
Okay, make me an attack.
Has advantage because I'm going ahead of it.
Yep.
Initiative. So I even have an Eldritch Blast.
You've only had like
doesn't
3
work.
months to prepare this character.
I know, it's because I never Eldritch Blast because it's useless.
You know, warlocks. You know, a warlock's a little OP when he thinks Eldritch Blast is useless.
Plus 6. 14.
That'll
Oh wait,
hit.
I haven't.
This
Okay, that
hits.
hits.
Yeah. Roll with some damage.
That's the first one.
So I think it's just 2d10.
7. Actually, no, because Eldritch Blast, you hit multiple
You
beams.
just get more.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, you-
Right.
Get more beams.
Okay.
I roll second one.
So
14 again, so that
okay,
hits.
that hits.
Sorry, I'll fix this now in a sec.
That's right. Okay. 1 point of damage. As you hold your hand out, and these 2 beams of Eldritch Force entwine around each other and launch out towards the small imp-like creature on the ground. As you strike it, it is obliterated, as you leave nothing but a dark blood smear across the floor where it once was.
Okay. Bonus action, I am going to dash back where I came from.
Okay.
And I'm just going to turn to the rest of the group and go, they're big and scary.
Okay.
3
soon.
more of them.
The Dretch's turn. This one is going to just kind of jeer, and he's going to toss her off, but he's going to run. You don't know where he goes. And the others are going to do things, and you can't. They're out of your visual range. Katie, do you want me to do Zin for the purposes of this, in terms of it's in the map and stuff?
Since yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
I can't see what's going on.
Zin's gonna do what Zin does. There's not much about this really. First off, he's gonna rage.
God damn it.
So first
Sorry.
off, a rage.
I don't know why it's doing that.
That's fine. If you have the availability to push to talk, it might be useful. So he's gonna first
that's gonna help.
rage.
It didn't start doing this till I got on this map.
Sorry, it's a hefty map. Okay, so he rages. I forget what his things are. Damn you, Tom, put some stuff in your sheet. Okay, so Zin is going to.
Use Giovanni or Jacob causing the scratching.
I think it might be. One sec. Let's all be quiet for a moment.
Is it this? Is it because I'm moving?
It's not doing anything right now. I'll keep an eye on it. All right. If we all stay really, so it's based on movement. Okay, so Zin is going to Zin, and he's going to Eldritch Blast with a crit. Zin is going to run forwards. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to. Has he got any range weapons?
He's got the bow.
He doesn't. He changed the bow into the swords.
Oh,
No bow anymore.
shit.
He's going to rage, and he is going to just throw a dagger at the creature. 15 to hit, which misses. It's outside of range. So he just grabs the dagger. He's like, "Ugh," and just not wanting to go too close on his own because he seems to be quite crafty right now. Okay, so Jojo, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna.
Nira,
roll
you're on deck. At the moment, I'll explain the situation to you in a moment. But
15, 20, something wrong. I can't see remember how many 30 is 5.
that's right, I got it. So you've got 15 to
Around
there,
here?
and you can go 5 more if you want.
Cool, because I can't see. Oh, I can see them barely. Shoot. Okay.
Just on the edge of your range. Unfortunately, they have really bad initiatives.
Okay. I just need to check now. I know what I wanted to do. I just need to check how far it is because I didn't know how far away they were from me. Super. Okay, I'm gonna throw a guiding bolt.
Okay.
The one on the left.
Okay, the toady one.
Yeah, I can't see what they are. I can just see that they're there.
Okay.
Just one. Shit.
That one will miss, unfortunately. As you launch the bolt of radiant energy, it soars over the toad's head and crashes against a nearby wall, briefly illuminating the horrifying visages that currently snarling, growling in your direction.
I need to pop into the kitchen for a second, so if they could stay at a distance, I'll do it again. If they come close, I'll hit them with the sword.
Okay. Nira, you're up. You're currently in... Can you see? Okay, so you're currently in a zigzag corridor. It will take you about 20 feet to get out into the open. From there, you've got 3 large demons about 80 feet away from you, with a Zin and a Johanna between you and them.
Okay, I'll come out into the open,
Yep.
and I'm gonna do a call lightning from the staff.
Okay, let's have a look. Alright, if you want to cast it for me. Are you able to cast it? Now my machine's bugging up. Okay. So, let's have a look. Stormcloud. Yes, 150 feet, that's fine. You can see, that's fine.
I figured we were in a room big enough to accommodate the cloud.
Yep. Yes, oh definitely. The ceiling is hundreds of feet up right now. And because of the way these creatures are, and because of their size, you can actually strike all 3 of them with one bolt of lightning. So I'm going to go ahead and make a handful of dexterity saving throws. Okay, one success from the Glabrizu, but the two hulking toad and ape demons, they fail. So if you could roll me 3d10, please. Again, if I can roll it if you need to. 20 points of damage. Plus the 5, obviously, because of your Dragonborn ability. Not bad. Or Sorcerer ability. Okay, you watch as this bolt of lightning strikes down from the sky. Two of them, one of them dodging out of the way, but the other two being taking the full force. Or what should have been the full force. As the lightning strikes, and they're affected, but they seem to shrug it off. As the sparks of electricity just kind of rattle around on their hide and fur. It did something, but not quite what you'd expect.
I don't like these guys.
Okay, Ranos' turn.
Ranos is going to right here.
What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to put a little bit of light on the map now because of all the spells that have gone off. You guys will have seen a little bit of light.
Can't see.
There's also a lightning storm above everybody.
There is, so I'll put a little bit.
The occasional flashes of lightning.
Yeah.
So I'll just drop that there to kind of illuminate the area.
Okay. Ranos is going to say, "This works all the time. Let's do it again." As he casts Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay. It's a Wisdom save, isn't it?
Wisdom save.
Good.
DC 18. Catch in 30-foot cube.
Okay, so this is the Glabrizu. 21. The Hezru.
That's a charisma save.
Oh, sorry, you're right. That's a Wisdom save. As for the Glabrizu, its Wisdom and Charisma are the same. They're both the same plus. So, Glabrizu, is it 17 is the DC, I believe, and the Balgura, Wisdom save, 17 again.
I believe ours is 18.
Fail.
Sorry?
Ranos' save is 18.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It went up
Ever
because he got the
since.
charisma bonus.
Yeah.
Read the book.
Not bad.
So that's the sort of square it's
Okay.
meant to be. If there's any area.
Not bad. Okay. As you watch as two of the creatures kind of drop into a strange lull. That's it.
Bonus action, he will inspire Johanna.
Okay. Jojo gets some inspiration.
He plays his mandolin in a feisty beat.
Feisty beat, like a Spanish style. I can't think of what I'm thinking of. Whatever. I'm tired. Next, my guy's not going to do a lot because they're asleep. Ulfgar's turn. He can't see what the fuck is going on. He doesn't know what's going on. He's going to run out. And it's me, they're the big ones. Fuck. And he will cast Bless. Cast Bless.
Bless.
Hashtag Bless. Do cast Bless at we'll do second level. Get 4 people on Johanna, Zin, himself, and Ranos because they're all at the front.
That's fine.
Yeah, whatever. Didn't want anyway.
You ran away.
That's true. Skate us back.
I'm probably standing like right next to him.
But he sees you calling bolts of lightning for this guy. You're fine. In his book. Okay, let's drop that and drop that. Okay, that's Ulfgar's turn. Giovanni, I would like you to roll me. Let's have a look at the spell. If you'd like to
20.
roll me a d10, please.
D10.
So a affected target can't take reactions, must roll a d10 at the start of each of its turns to determine its behaviour. 9.
Nice.
The creature does 9 to 10. The creature can act and move normally. You are muted as well, though. But at the end of your turn, you get to
He's
repeat
just really
the save.
quiet. He's not muted.
Yeah, okay,
Awesome.
here I am.
Okay,
That's-
yeah. So you, for a moment, as everyone's kind of been rushing past you and knocking into your shoulders, you've regained some semblance of normality.
Sure. I'm gonna spooky and
Doom the Glabrizu. Okay, make your attack.
yes.
That hits. Roll damage. 11 points of necrotic damage. Nice. As you reach out and slap him.
And then I'm gonna bravely just take a step back.
Okay.
Did that necrotic damage seem to do full damage, or was that still?
Seem to have an effect. Okay, Giovanni, if I can take another wisdom saving throw from you, please. See if you can
Right.
fully shrug off the effect. Or if you are captured still.
15.
16 is the DC, unfortunately.
Ah,
So, you kind of step back and you feel your head rush again. You're not sure what
Yeah.
it is. Probably the adrenaline. But that's it. Okay, on the Glabrizu's turn, it's going to use its multi-attack to take both of its fists and whack, whack, both the Hezru and the Valgura. He will deal damage to both of them.
what? Why?
Because he needs to wake them up. So he deals
Oh,
9 and 10 points of damage as he barks something at them in a language you don't understand as he grabs both and whack, whack, and just gets them both in the ribs as they both shake themselves awake. Let's have a look. That's 2 of his multi-attack. Can it make the distance? It can't. And it's going to, with its pincers, just point out towards the group and utter something, some kind of command or some kind of order. But the other 2 seem to have been roused from their stupor. Skaith, you're up.
Okay. Jason is going to move up. If okay. Actually, he won't go as far. He'll stick where he is. Bonus action. He's not going to do anything with his bonus action. Action. With his... He's going to hold a... green... a green flame blade attack if anybody comes here.
Okay. Is that you done?
Yes.
Okay. On the Dretch's turn, you watch as a handful of them who have been hiding around the corner burst around with a horrible impish growl and run towards all of you. So if you want to make your green flame blade attack against the one in front of you.
Yes. That actually worked out very well. It's short sword, sneak attack. 22. So the one in front of me
hits,
takes
and
20 points.
The green flame blade just shoots up and just turns him into paste, and he just disappears as he burns up completely.
He takes additional 11 points, and then person beside him also takes this much damage. 9 points
9
of
points of
damage.
damage. Okay, as the green flame jumps from one target to the next, it engulfs the other Dretch and just bursts into flame. And disappears as well. The one remaining Dretch runs up. And he's going to make his attacks anyway. 10 to hit.
That's a miss.
Thought he might miss. And he goes and just tries to nibble at your ankle.
I imagine the green flame blade jumping from person to person. It's like almost like a jumping from one.
That's exactly what it is. A dark green evil raven. Okay, are you with us, Jojo?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, it is your turn. Nera, you're up next.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to get
Did
back.
Zin do
before-
anything?
Zin will do something. You're right. Sorry, my mistake.
Sorry, that's
You're not up there, Joe. Okay.
Are we fighting all of those 3 big things at the back?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
And Zin is going to move forward. He's going to make one of his attacks against the little creature. That hits. And turns it into a mushy paste.
These creatures are an absolute fodder. They're there to distract us.
Just a little bit. And then he's going to use the rest of his movement to get to here. And that's pretty much him done. He's going to run as far as he can towards the hulking creatures. Now it's your turn, Johanna. Sorry.
Cool. That's fine. Now I'll guiding bolt the one on the left again. Please work.
You have
I've got
bless
my-
as
I've got
well.
Bless as well. If I can get
You have bless, and you also have inspiration as well, should you need it.
Okay.
But
So we're
20.
20.
Which one are you trying to hit? Sorry.
The one on the left, the one
This
I've
one
been
here.
going after for a
Okay.
while. Yeah.
That does hit. Roll me some damage.
Just like that's well.
12 points of damage as you fire this bolt of radiant energy. It impacts the toad demon and it kind of recoils from the holy radiance and hisses back at you. As the rest of you can see, it kind of has this shimmery outline to it now, as the radiant energy clings to its body.
Cool. And I'm going to run up to join Zin.
Good to know. Okay, Nera, you're up. The creatures have not yet moved. You still have your core lightning up. I believe it's a bone. I think is a bone.
It's an
to call?
action to do it again.
Okay. So is that what you want to do, or
They're all still within the 5 feet.
Yeah,
I
they're
can hit
all
'em
still within 5 feet of each other. Yeah.
And nobody else is that close.
No, the other guys haven't made it there yet.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Okay. If you want me, roll me the 3d10, please, and I'll make some more saves. Dex save fails. Dex save fails. Dex save fails. So they all take 10 points of lightning damage. Not bad. Okay, Ranos' turn.
Ranos is... What? He just goes, that was not a bad idea the first time around, so let's again. What a pattern.
Right then, burn those spells. Burn them. So wisdom saves again, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay, wisdom save. Success. Wisdom save. Success. Wisdom save. Success. Advantage. Magical resistance. So they all succeed as the hypnotic pattern swirls in the air once more. You watch as the two lesser creatures, the toad and the ape, kind of look up at it, almost bamboozled once more, as the huge pincered creature behind it just grabs them and slams their heads together and utters something to them.
Okay. Yeah, that's what he's just gonna do.
Okay.
He's going to actually, no, he's going to move up to about here so you can see. Down,
Okay.
looking sideways.
The Balgura is going to move up towards Zin, and it's going to unleash its full multi-attack against him. He's going to make reckless attacks for all of them, so cancelling out his disadvantage. So a bite, that's going to miss. 2 fists. The first one does strike, which gives the second one advantage.
Ranos is going to cutting. Just make sure if it's a D10.
I think it is, yes.
Yeah,
Zin's
gonna
armor is
convert, so-
incorrect. I'm pretty sure he's meant to have a 17 or 18. I think it's 18. So you need to roll a 5 or higher.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah,
That'll do it. As the mad ape man makes a flurry of attacks against Zin, who dodges and weaves. As one fist nearly strikes him, Ranos goes, "You big ginger monkey!" And the ape stops for a second, confused, and swings wide. The Hezru on its turn is going to run up towards Johanna, and it's going to unleash its full multi-attack. So you're going for a bite attack. 27
Wait,
to
sorry.
hit.
Um,
And then 2 claws.
I'm
Sorry.
sure that hits, but my armor class is.
So
I'm
you
just looking at it now, and that's not what it should be.
The armor class seems to have broken recently, but I know you don't have more than 21. So you
No.
take 32 points of piercing, slashing damage as this Hezru
Yeah, it is 20. Okay, sorry. It's
bites
12 for
into
some
you
reason.
and scratches away at your armor. Like I said, you take 32 points of damage. Total. Okay. Ulfgar, he's at the back. He's not a huge amount he can do from where he is. He can't reach them. So he's going to go ahead. He sees what's going on. He's still got his bless up, unfortunately. So he is going to cast from where he is.
Oh, sorry. But if it's the claw is a 21, could I use my bless to?
Unfortunately, not. Bless only helps you, doesn't hinder them.
Sorry. Okay.
That's right. He's just going to cast from the back. He's going to cast Sacred Flame on the Hezru. That should be 2d8, so we roll another d8. So that should be 12. Let's see if he fails the dex save. He does fail the dex save. He takes 12 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
Not bad. Giovanni, can you roll me a d10, please? Oh, you are lucky, boy. Your head clears once again as you're really confused about what's going on, but you snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. What do you want to do? And you're quiet or muted once again.
There I am. Okay, I'm going to Spooky Hand of Doom again on this guy.
That guy, go for it, make your attack.
Yeah.
26, that hits. 10 points of necrotic damage, not bad. As the hand reaches out and slaps the Hezru around the face.
I'm going to step back again.
Okay, if you want to give me another wisdom saving throw, please. Hey! As you kind
I'm
of
free.
you duck back, that cloudy thought does not return.
Nice.
Okay, the Glabrizu's turn. Having looked around, he doesn't like this wizard. It's just this bard is causing him trouble. Trying to put his comrades to sleep, whatever. He goes ahead and he casts through an abyssal word, power word stun.
Oh shit.
Ranos is stunned.
I use it to action?
Does he want to come to us?
Ranos is stunned for
He is stunned.
for a while. So yeah, Ranos is stunned until he succeeds at a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Skaith, you're up.
Okay.
Hang on. I was trying to say something, but I forgot I had a pistol talk on. Was I within 60 feet of that dude?
No.
Hold on.
About 90 feet away.
No. Shit.
Okay, Skaith, you're up. Good try though.
Skaith is scurrying up beside his pals. He is going to fuck it. He's
No,
going to
don't fuck the ape creature.
No, he's going to green flame blade the top one.
The top one.
Yes.
Okay.
Has advantage because I got
You
it.
do? Yes. Said the guiding bolt hasn't been taken away yet.
Short sword sneak attack.
16 just hits.
Fine. 14 points of damage. Oh my god, that's awful.
Wow.
He takes an additional. Oh my god. 1 point of fire damage.
Okay, one.
And his.
If you half one, I think
It's just one.
just one.
And then his pal takes 10 points of fire damage.
You watch as this small mote of flame in the raven form jumps over towards the ape creature and it dances across his fur. It leaves a few scorch marks, but the creature seems unperturbed.
And he will actually do that.
Okay, Zin's turn. He will go full multi-attack against the Hezru creature. No, sorry, the Balgura. I think the ape creature will go with that because it's the ape that attacked him. Has advantage on all of these. So the 26 to 13 and the 16 16, so they both hit. As Zin deals 36 points of damage. As he does so, he carves the hell out of King Kong, and King Kong just evaporates into a puff of dark black smoke.
That's changed my plan.
Johanna, your turn.
Okay, that's changed my plan. Okay. I was going to do something, but I'm just going to save my spells and I'm just going to stab it.
Okay.
Please
26
work.
hits, roll me some damage.
Wait, I haven't done the other one. And that one.
Okay, you deal 9 points of slashing necrotic radiant damage. Because reasons.
Because reasons. I can't see because Zin's health bar's under my token. What's his health look
Zin's
like?
at max. The only one's
Cool,
taking
okay,
damage
just-
is you.
Me. Okay, fine. I'm gonna.
Luckily, Giovanni threw some lucky rolls.
Yeah. I was gonna perk myself up a bit, but I can leave it for a bit.
Okay. Nira, you're up. The Glabrezu has not moved. It's still within the lightning area. But the Hezru has moved. You are currently about 55 feet from the Hezru and 85 from the Glabrezu. These strange creatures that you don't know the names of.
Yeah, I can kind of see the map now.
Yeah. Okay.
Although it's kind of freaking out now that I can see the map.
What are we thinking?
I'm thinking I don't have anything I can use against these guys because I am all energy.
Can't go wrong with a good firebolt.
They seem to be resistant to fire.
They're resistant to
Yeah,
lots of
I think-
things.
You need Joseph.
And I do more damage with the lightning anyway, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna hit him with another lightning.
Okay, so another bolt of lightning strikes down near the Glabrezu. If you give me a hit, so if you want to roll me a 3d10. Okay, as he takes 9 points of lightning damage. Not bad. Okay. Ranos is stunned. If you'd like to roll me a Constitution saving throw for Ranos at the end of his turn, please. Is Danny with us?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Apologies.
That's alright.
Sorry.
Sorry, your picture's gone dark, so I can't see you. So
Can't say.
that will fail, unfortunately. Okay, on the Hezru's turn, he is going to turn to the biggest threat. So he's gonna do a bit of a multi-attack. He's gonna go for a bite against Johanna, followed by 2 claw strikes against Zin. So bite against Johanna, 11 to hit, misses horribly, followed by a 12 and a 24. The 12 misses, but the 24 does hit, as Zin takes 7 points of slashing damage as this kind of webbed claw just claws down him. Okay, that's his turn. Ulfgar is going to, since it worked quite well last time, he's going to cast another Sacred Flame. Over
Sorry, I
toward.
forgot last. Would 17 pass?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
So
Then he's-
Ranos is no longer stunned.
I just remember saw the token.
That's alright. So Ulfgar will Sacred Flame against the Hezru, which succeeds to save, unfortunately. Okay, Giovanni, you're up. Quiet as or muted.
Both of them are up. Do they look rough?
Make me a perception check.
Right.
I was thinking that would be funny if they were dog demons. Do they look rough?
With that performance
Oh.
check, you sing, you lull them. That's pretty. That's pretty good. So 2 12s. You have a look over. It's hard to tell, but it looks like the Toad Demon seems to have weathered a bit of damage, whereas the Glabriza at the back seems to be more okay.
Hmm. How far away is that one then?
The one at the back, that is 85 feet.
55 feet. Then I'm gonna do Big Geo's hand and try to grapple it.
Okay. So burn your spells, burn. Let's put Big Geo's hand on the map. Alright, it is, if you want to make, is that your grapple check?
Yeah, that's my grapple.
Wow, okay. The Gabruzo will make a, I think it's athletics, isn't it? Or is it a strength saving throw?
Athletics.
It's either athletics or acrobatics, whichever they choose.
Okay. 11. With a plus 9 and 11. So, it fails and it is grappled.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
I think that's my turn.
You think?
I don't think I can crush it right now, or use it to crush it right now. So,
Okay.
that's my turn.
Interesting.
You can use a bonus action to have it crush it.
Yeah, that depends on
I
what
think it's an
Nathan
action to
thinks.
summon it,
Yeah.
and then on your next turn it will be a bonus action to do the crush, I think, because you've
Yeah.
summoned it and you
Yeah,
put the grapple.
so it says when you cast a spell and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns,
Yes.
you can move with the hand and use it. Yeah. So I guess I have a bonus action left.
You do have a bonus action left, yes.
Then I'll crush it.
Oh, it says on subsequent
It
turns.
just says while the hand is grappling the target, you can use a bonus action to have the hand crush it.
Okay.
It's up to you, Nathan. I'm fine either way.
It's his grasping hand, isn't it?
Yes.
If the target is medium or smaller, to the chair, or the hand is grappling the target, you can use. Yeah, go for it. Fuck it.
Sure.
2d6 plus your modifier. Sorry, I'm trying to read things.
Ah.
I'm not very good at reading. Apparently.
11.
11 points of bludgeoning damage. Not bad. Okay. On its turn, it is going to look down at this hand that's kind of gripping in place, and it's going to just curse at it. And it's going to cast Dispel Magic.
No.
At 4th level.
What does that do?
He's got to roll for it.
What's the level is Big Geo's hand?
Level 5.
Okay, so I need to make a spellcasting ability modifier, an ability check, which for him has a... Go on, Skiff.
I'm just wondering if I know this one. Can't you spell it?
He doesn't know the language it's being spoken in, you see. It's a problem. Because the creature is speaking Abyssal. 13. Fails?
Fails, yeah.
The DC is 10 plus the spell's level.
That's it. So
Yeah.
DC of 15. The spell magic does fail. Geo is the luck of the roll today.
Yeah.
Okay. Skaith, you're up.
Okay, he's gonna go. Fuck it, there's a lightning storm. And it's completely normal to hear some thunder, so he's going to. He is going to booming blades.
Thunder and lightning.
Nice. Let the neighbours all know you're here.
Exactly.
13 does miss, and you are not blessed, unfortunately.
Fuck, don't let me kill it. Let's try it. Fuck it, why not? I lose a luck point.
Okay, go for it. Reroll.
Bring it up.
Not feeling lucky today. Punk.
Yeah. I just go, fuck's sake. Out of practice. I will. I'm gonna run, disengage, and move to here.
Okay. On Zin's turn, he's going to do what Zin does.
Please let me stab.
Okay, they both hit as Zin does. Fuck me. 51 points of slashing damage. That just, deleted. As the twin swords of brotherhood just fillet this poor toad demon, as he just slices it up, and slices of toad demon just fly away and dissipate into nothingness as he turns into sashimi, and it's gone. That toad is fucked. Okay, that's his turn. Johanna, you're up.
I know that he's a specialist, and I'm just a Swiss Army knife. I'm good at many things, but not necessarily brilliant. But I'm still pissed that he took the thing I was planning to kill, so I'm gonna run up. How can I get to it? Yes, and I want to stab the next one.
Go for it.
I have advantage because he's grappled.
You do.
No, it's only
no.
restrained.
It is restrained. The grappling target has advantage. The
Okay,
other
wait.
people don't, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm gonna do
But you have bless
Yeah.
and inspiration.
13. How much is inspiration?
D10.
Okay, this better be good because I'm burning it on a. Yes.
That'll hit. Feel free to roll me some damage.
Cool. I just want to stab it.
Okay. Ooh. So you deal 17 points of slashing radiant necrotic damage. It's the word. Okay, is that your turn?
I don't have any bonuses. Could I? So I can't do anything.
Not much more you can do now, unfortunately.
No, they think I'm stuck, so I'm just stuck next to it.
Okay, Nira, your turn. You are still about 85 feet of it. The cloud is still above it. It has not moved. And you can probably hit the creature without hitting your allies as well. Or you can move closer and do something different. The choice is yours.
Yeah, I'm just gonna zap it again.
Alright then. If you want to roll me your 3D, it has disadvantage on the save this time because of the grapple, and it fails, so it takes 10 points of lightning damage. This creature is not looking healthy. Slowly being whittled down by this lightning cloud. Ranos, up.
That's the whole point.
Not stunned, up and running.
Ranos is gonna cast. He's gonna say, "I've eaten bigger crab claw," and cast Vicious Mockery. So I need to
26
make
for
a
wisdom
wisdom
save. Now I can roll saves. I can
Because
roll
it was in a
saves
different
against
language.
Vicious Mockery, but not against lightning or grapples. Okay,
The demon didn't understand it. It was in a different language.
that's it. Demon's just like, Okay, Ulfgar is going to. Unfortunately, he doesn't actually have that many combat abilities. He is going to cast Shield of Faith, not Shield of Faith, Sacred Flame. Wow, need to roll the extra d8. I need to fix that later. 12 points on a dex save with disadvantage, which fails, so it takes 12 points of radiant damage. It's not bad. Okay, Giovanni, you're up. Need to move forward a bit as well. Muted.
I want to lift it.
Okay.
I got 60 feet of movement.
Okay, halved because of your grappling.
And then, okay then, 30 feet into the air, I want to squeeze it again.
Okay. Guess there's not much I can do about it actually. So, the creature is lifted into the air.
We don't get attack of opportunities when it's
because it's not
forced
doing it on
movement.
its turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that works. It's a heavy creature, but it's a strong hand.
If it's a bonus action to move it, then you can't do both.
That's true.
Oh, I can move it and then use one of the things. Oh, right, that's true.
Bonus action to move it, so you can crush it or move it. Thank you. If
That's a
you
good
move
point.
it, most
You might just wanna
most of your team can't get it. It's up to you.
Can I move it and then drop it?
I think command. I'll allow you to use your action to do that in place of the bonus action. Because
Okay,
it's
then
funny.
I'm just gonna move it up 30 feet and drop it.
Okay. It will take because of its size. I'll give it 3d6 damage.
Yeah.
So it takes 11 points of.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we'll take yours. It was your attack. I'm just going to check something actually. Technically, the floor isn't magical. Does that mean it doesn't take less damage from bludgeoning attacks? Let's say not. So it does take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as it cracks onto the ground. As your hand just kind of floats in the air. Okay, on its turn. It's not happy. It's going to go ahead first for 2 pincer maneuvers. One against Joe and one against Skaith. Jojo and Skaith. Ooh. So Johanna, you take 20.
I don't like that, so I'm going to use a luck roll to make him.
Okay, so Johanna, you take 21 points of bludgeoning damage and are grappled.
That's
Skaith,
fine.
you want to make him roll again, yes?
Yes.
23.
Fuck.
You take 18 points. Feel
At
free
least
to.
it wasn't a crit.
Yeah.
18 points of piercing, bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I'm going to uncanny dodge it.
9
So
points
take
of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. And he's then going to go with holding you both firm, one on each side with both of his pincers. He's then going to go with the 2 lower fists. He's going to go in for 2 strikes, one against each of you again, with advantage. So 20 to hit, Johanna.
Still doesn't hit me.
Is it 20 or 21 you're at?
21.
Okay, that misses, and 21 against you, Skaith.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, Skaith, you take an additional 11 points of bludgeoning damage as this meaty fist just cracks you in the ribs.
Bitch.
I'm going to move the hand just to there, just to signify it's a bit up and out of the
Okay.
way. And he's no longer grappled. Okay. And with that, it's also going to move. It's going to with you two grappled. It's going to move and around the corner, taking both of you with it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So it now has, from any ranged attacks, it does have about half cover. Skaith, you're up. You are grappled. You have. I don't think you. Do you have disadvantage against this guy? I don't think you do. That's restrained.
No.
That's it. So you're just
Yeah,
grappled. You can't move.
I just go, fuck it. I just try to booming blade him.
Go for it. Make your attack. That'll hit.
Do I want to fight? You know what? Fuck, I want to kill it, so I'm going to add Eldritch Smite to it.
Awesome.
And I'm just going to... Actually, no, I'm not, because I'm confident. I'm not going to use it.
One thing I will say is, if you want to add stuff, let me know before the roll, because otherwise I'll take. No, you do.
No, Eldritch Smite is after the rolls.
Okay, that's fine then.
It's like a Paladin Smite.
Yeah.
Yeah, smite is usually after the hit.
23 plus 16 is 39 plus 5. 39 plus 5 is 43 plus 8. 50, 53, 52? 53? Let's go for 53. 53 points of slashing thunder damage that you gouge into this creature from the side with your shadow blade, but it's still up.
Yeah.
But
fuck,
it really felt that.
I should have been good. Bonus action. I have.
You don't have enough
Yeah,
action
that's
on
me.
the shield.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Zin's turn. Zin is gonna, angry that that his target is running away, and he can't quite get to it. He's gonna run after it, and he's going to, he's gonna use a dash action to get up as close as possible, but can't quite reach the creature. You can see he's kind of this, almost this sneer on his face of what's going on, but he's ready for the next round. Johanna, your turn.
Cool. I think just angle myself and just try and stab it.
Make an attack. You still have bless if need be.
Yeah. It's hard to miss it. I'm right on it.
25 will hit. Roll me some damage.
And
17. 19. 19 points of slashing, necrotic, radiant damage. How would you like to do this?
okay, find one of those chinks which has just been battered before, and I'm just going to aim it so it's point down, and I'm just going to just shove it down through the body.
Okay. The creature has quite a dense, almost abrasive hide, but the blows and the damage that you struck have weakened it. As you step forward, stepping into the grip, plunging your blade down into its chest, sinks deep, and you hear it let out this half roar, half goatee bleat type sense as the creature bursts into flames around your blade and completely evaporates into the air. You do gain your 1d4 temp HP.
That's probably
Okay. Wow. And as calm sets down around, the thunderstorm above slowly, almost crackling out now, but providing a light illumination, does wink out. Geo's hand is still around for a little bit, but
The storm lasts for 10 minutes.
okay, never mind. Do you want to keep the storm going? Okay, as the cracks of lightning and the booms of thunder in the cloud echo and resonate around the entirety of the city, providing quite the beacon. Bless
I
fades.
dispel Geo's hand.
Geo's hand dissipates as Bless drops off. Let's get rid of those. Sorry, let's get rid of the markers. Okay. Zin doesn't seem too happy that the kill was taken from him, but walks back to the rest of the group. Johanna, Skaith, are you returning to the rest of the group? I'll move you.
Yeah, I just turn to her and go, just like the good old days. As he limps back.
Okay. As you guys are walking back, actually,
In pain, I'm gonna go.
as you guys walk back, and Skaith, as you go for a little bit of a jog, your foot skids suddenly. As you look down, and now that your eyes are adjusting to this low light, the lightning storm still providing flashes of illumination, something you didn't quite notice before. As you look around, the floor, the walls, they seem to be not quite coated, but are patched with this thick, dark, black Icarus substance, like a goo or an ooze or some kind of a gel that's just patching here, pooling in the corners, almost seeping from some of the walls, gathering in some places, and it smells horrible. As it's almost as if the essence of the demons around you, around this area, have permeated the stonework itself and as having an effect upon it. It doesn't appear to be volatile, from what you can see, but it's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Johanna, as you return, Ulfgar looks up at you and goes, "You right there, lass? Do you need a hand?"
Ow.
Oh, come here. And he will cast Cure Wounds at you at 3rd level. As you return, you get 19 health back from that.
That was more than I was going to do for myself.
It's nice to have an extra cleric in the party to actually do healing.
It's alright, I'm good at a few things, patching people up and working machinery.
Cool. I'm going to cast it on myself anyway at 2nd level because I need the extra health.
Fair enough, lass.
That's what the smite would have been.
Damn.
Could have 90 points.
Do you want to know how much health he had left?
Like 2. Fuck!
1 point. Ulfgar has a look around at. He looks at the kind of the 3 that ran into the fray a little bit, and he goes, "Alright, let me see if I can at least give you a little bit of a booster as well. It might help you in the future." As he casts aid on all 3 of you, you gain 5 additional max HP. That's for Zin, Johanna, and Skaith.
Oh, dope.
It's not much, but it's what I've got for you.
No, that's or like it's max HP for the 8 hours.
For 8 hours.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a booster. It'll save you one day, I swear. Okay, at that point we are going to take a quick break. I know it's a little bit late, but have a quick break and then a short second half, and we'll be back momentarily.
So, how do I do that? If I say 90.
By the way, Ranos, if you ever watch us back, I'm sorry that I use up stuff.
Mushy mushy. Oh, pass. Hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Thank you.
Alright, we'll give Danny a second and then we shall make a move. That probably will be him. As if by magic. You speak his name and he shall appear.
Sorry, my
Sorry.
mom was like, Danny, can you find me one of those streams? I was like, okay, let me take over.
Okay then.
Every time I find any kind of like online TV, she thinks it's like the most amazing thing ever.
Bless her.
At least it's cute. I like when parents try and get hip to what's going on.
Okay then guys, so as combat dies down, the storm cloud's still illuminating some of the area around you. You can hear the rush of the waterfall somewhere to the north of you. You have a corridor that leads down south, where the dretches were hiding. You also have a corridor heading to the east, where the goat demon tried to take you, and you also have a path heading northwards, which appears to have some strange, like obelisk-like pillars holding up nothing, which is strange. You also have two sets of doors. You have a door just here, which you just noticed, and also a door here.
Are there any markings on the obelisks, or are they just pillars?
Make me a investigation check. You have a quick look at this one in front of you. You don't see any markings or any carvings as such, but you do see about about 5 feet up on the pillar, what appears to be a metal ring that is embedded into the pillar.
So it's like a ring inside the pillar.
So it's like a metal ring. It kind of sticks outwards, as if you would like to hook something onto it, as an example.
Oh.
So if you could hook a lantern onto it, for example. You just see the one of those, about 5 foot up. Apart from that, nothing else.
Probably for Christmas decorations.
Dwarf Christmas.
Where do you guys want to go?
Dad!
If he was trying to drag us back there, could we either just so that he was from cover for everything else, or he's trying to bring us back to either his lair or where the center is?
But they're kind of
Really?
on flow.
We cause a massive storm inside a cave, so they're gonna know we're here.
Mm-hmm.
What up? I was hoping it would draw more of them out.
I'm gonna draw them out, yeah.
You do have the storm going on, but there is also quite a persistent, loud rumbling from the rushing of water somewhere else in this cave as well. Just to give you an idea of the current ambient sounds.
I'd say check that room just up the corridor, turn north, and then come back and start heading west and check the.
Yeah, okay, I want to feel this door.
I'll go with them.
Okay, you head up. Giovanni, with your extreme dark vision, as you approach, you can actually see a bit ahead of you down to the next area. And looking up, you see this slight wall here. Okay? And as you look over at it, you remember seeing some kind of large, stepped pyramid type design. As you look up, you realize that this is one of the walls of it. You can see from where you are, especially with your extended vision, you can see this stepped pyramid that rises in several tiers, about 10 feet each. The top is a little too far away for you to see, but you can see this large, almost a ziggurat-like stepped pyramid. I'd also like a perception check from you as well, please. That'll do. And as you're looking up, as you're kind of studying and trying to look towards the top, something catches the edge of your vision. Something winged, something flying. Catch it only for a second, where it disappears into the shadows. But you get the idea that something or someone is flying in that area, though you can't see where.
There's something flying around up there.
Let's try not
That's not good.
get its attention.
Yeah, let's stay sneaky.
Yep.
In terms of the door, you have it looks wooden, but for some reason whoever developed this map made a room and then didn't put a door to it. It's really weird.
It's the same type of.
It is a similar stone door.
Yeah. I want to just try and open it, I guess.
Okay, this one's a pushy again.
Yeah, I push it open.
As you push the door open, it reveals a large, almost like a courtyard-like setup, which is in the centre of it. It's pretty plain, but in the centre of it, you can see what appears to be a large pool of water or a well of some kind. You can't see from where you are at the back. You can't see the water line of it, but you can kind of see this, like almost this rim. It's raised a few feet off of the ground.
Okay. Do you guys want to come and check this out?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
It might be something magical.
If you want to be stealthy, by the way, I'll ask for another round of stealth checks. Ulfgar
I-
is just
yeah, I say it over
elects
the
to
dash.
hold back a bit because he jangles.
Right, now it's what stick. That's good.
Okay.
Skate is going to go further. Just have it all around.
Okay. So, Skaith, as you get a little bit closer, you have a look. You get past that like well type setup, and you can see as you look down, about 5 feet below the rim line, you can see a thick pool of that black Icarus liquid that's just bubbling and steaming. It reminds you a bit of a fetid swamp, and smells like it too, as a strong, harsh, sulphurous gas just ejected up into the air periodically. You have a look inside, and you don't see much. You don't see anything in it. It is like I said, it's almost opaque in its colouring and its colour. It's just this dark, thick liquid that seems to cover the entirety of this well. Every now and again, a bubble will burst, and a bit of it will slop out onto the side and drip down onto the ground, leaving a little bit of residue on the outside.
Is it the same that was outside here?
It is similar in consistency and texture.
Yeah.
Don't want to be drinking that.
No.
Don't think we can.
And then you can see the edge of the chasm over here as well.
I want to make some sort of check, because me as a player suspects that this might be a portal or a doorway or some sort of birthing machine for demons.
Okay, make me an Arcana check.
Yeah. Does it seem reasonable?
You're not really sure what this is. It's, from what you can see, there is a magical essence emanating from it. You can feel power coming from it. Not a lot, but there is definitely some kind of magical energy here. And it is just this black pool of bubbling, very viscous liquid. Again, it's almost tar-like in some of its consistency, like this tarry black ichor. I don't know how to pronounce it. It doesn't look very friendly though, and smells horrible.
Maybe I should dip my hand in. I can get extra strong, get more powers.
Yeah, that's probably it sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah, no, I heard stories of covering this black sort of webbing, got spider powers.
See, I will come there and I will just carry you out of here.
Okay, the power of emo.
I return to Johanna with a smile. Okay, let's go back.
Yeah.
So you retreat, pulling back. As you guys all back out of the room, you do hear some kind of like a caw or a call, some kind of almost a garbled bird-like noise from that chamber to the north of you. Doesn't seem to be echoed in your direction or anything, but there is some kind of communication going on, as there has been a disturbance in the force.
Where are we going, Johanna?
Either back or up.
Let's go this way.
Which way's this way? Oh, that way. He's down. He's going home. He's going back. He's going the way of the Glabrezu.
Okay.
I really want to go see what the call was, but I'm not gonna
I'll
go on
go
my own
and-
because I'm not dumb. I'm
You're
not a
not
dumb
dumb?
person who goes places on my own.
Okay. I love the fact that you've not checked for traps once.
Let's join Skaith. And Skaith, would you check for traps, please?
As he opens the door, what? As you open the door, no traps are triggered.
I think that by this stage, you don't need traps to kill us. We'll just kill ourselves.
Okay. Skaith, as you enter this room, what you can see is you see these two huge. I can't think of a decent way to describe them. These two large, almost like water wheel structures.
Yeah.
Windmill structures. If I was to give you a rough analogy, it's a bit like an anchor puller on a pirate ship. It's a pillar with stakes coming out of it. Feel free to move and have a look at it, guys.
The whole mess of reason. It looks like turbines to me.
That's close enough.
Yeah, have a look around.
Where are we
Like,
looking?
are they linked to anything?
Okay, so you see these two large. These ones they are made of stone. Actually, no, these ones are made of metal. Actually, they're made of metal, and you can see they drop down into the ground. There is a seam around the ground, and they have these 8 arms. You can't see any other. Actually, Scaife, make me an investigation check. Probably best. As you have a look around, you don't see any mechanism, you don't see any chains, you don't see anything in particular. You can see these two, I'm going to call them windmills. You see these 2 windmills, but you don't see any underlying mechanisms to them. Potentially, what mechanism is in place is under the floor.
Nerf. It was all handheld. Stocky dwarves and all that.
The poles are of dwarven height.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave that be. Go to my first one. Last door.
Okay. So you open the last door. It's trapped. No. You open up this door, and it opens up into what appears to be a small encapsulated dwelling. As immediately as you push open the door, you can see the remains of a broken old stone table and chairs. Cracked and shattered. Only really one of the chairs is still functioning as a chair. The rest is kind of in a cracked heap on the ground. That's that dark black ichor still kind of coating a lot of the surfaces. It oozes. It's still, even in here, it oozes from the walls and coats patches the ground in pools in the corners. Best you can tell, this was once some kind of a dwelling.
I'll have a look around and see that.
And maybe an investigation check. Whilst Gabe's doing this, is there anything anyone else wants to be doing?
I'm just keeping an eye out for anything.
Yeah, I'm standing in the
Hit with my
doorway
lightning.
looking at him, seeing
Okay.
what's.
If you both
I'm
want to make
keeping
me...
an eye out
Go
for
on.
things. Keep attacking the people. Keeping an eye out for things. If that makes sense.
All 3 of you roll me perception checks, please.
Rhinos is also just going, guys, this is so unnecessary. Why are we doing this?
Okay, so Skaith, you rolled
I'm
16, yes?
Yes.
Okay, you have a look
Oh,
around,
Sweet.
and you do find a stone bed. And rummaging around the bed, you do find a small pouch.
Oh.
And as you kind of pop it up and open, have a look, you find a small sum of gold. You find about 36 gold pieces.
Oh. Okay, I will
Apparently,
pop
the
out.
creatures in the area were not too interested in gold.
I'll pop out and I will chuck it to Johanna.
Yes. Sorry. I was really excited waiting for the gold.
It's a new skate. Previous skate would have definitely pocketed that.
It's just
I ain't saying you're a
36.
gold digger, but
I am. I love gold. Just 36, right? It's just small.
just a small pouch of 36 gold.
Cool.
I'll tell there's another door out of this room.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the room or do you want to go around the corridor?
I'll say Jacob and Johanna, as you're having a listen out, keeping an eye out, you do hear in the distance over the rush of water and the waterfall, you still hear that flapping of wings. And Giovanni, from the corridor this way, in this direction, you do get a sulphurous smell, but it's kind of, the entire area has this evil sulphurous smell to it, but it seems to be worse from that direction.
Is it similar to the pool of tar like Ica?
Similar to a degree, yes. Not the same necessarily, but similar.
Something big and bad this way.
Stay quiet, guys.
should we go?
I think we
Dad?
just go through the corridor.
Okay, I'm gonna go open this door to do something.
Sure.
Okay. Note to self, don't shut every door in the place. You open it up and it appears to be some kind of a small corridor.
More doors. The smaller corridors are usually more likely to be, less likely to be occupied. Let's see where they bring us. If you wish to follow.
Yeah, let's follow him.
Okay. It's fine. I'll keep moving the ones in the back.
Yeah.
So, Scathe,
I'll go
are you
up.
continuing?
Yeah, I'll go and I will
Well,
start
as
pushing the door open.
as you walk down the corridor,
Uh-oh.
you get about 2/3 of the way down, and as you step, you hear a crack, not a crack, a click, as a pressure pad underneath your foot triggers. You hear just in the wall to your left, as you look over, you can see this about a dozen tiny small holes just at the last second, as you hear a whir, and then clang, as a spring pops off, and a bit of smoke drifts out the holes. Apparently there's a trap here that failed. The rest of you see this, and you just see the smoke just in Scaife's face.
Yeah, okay. There are traps.
Is that what's supposed to be doing that?
No. How about everybody just crawl when coming up this corridor? Make sure. Now I'll continue walking.
Okay, so you want to get to the end door and open that?
Yeah.
Okay. Opens up, and once again you can see what appears to be a simple dwarven dwelling. The rest of you keeping up, or you staying back?
Keeping up.
Keeping up.
Oh no.
I'm actually just gonna hang back in the other room.
Okay, good to know.
I'll do a quick sweep.
Make me an investigation check again. Have a look around, and unfortunately you don't find anything this time.
That's right.
There's a
I'll
few-
just one more.
There's a few tattered bits of old dwarven clothing, but apart from that, it is pretty barren, unfortunately. You open this one?
There's one more door here.
Fine. I'm gonna try and follow him because I don't.
As Snaith skips ahead, you open up this last door, and you can see it opens up into a wider area. There appears to be some kind of a corridor heading in this direction that is long since collapsed.
Okay. I'll just say it looks like this leads to the corridor around it.
What the rest of you want to do?
I'm just following a skiff right now.
Mm-hmm.
Nera,
Yeah, so-
you catching up with them?
And also trying to sort of sniff out if we if I catch this smell again.
Okay,
It's
make me another
distinct one.
perception check as you get outside.
Yeah.
Nera, are you keeping up with the rest?
Yeah, I'll catch up.
Okay. I will say probably soon the lightning storm will drop off. Giovanni, as you get out into this area here, you have a sniff, and it's strong, but you're pretty sure you smelled it stronger before.
Can I check and see? Can I still hear the flapping and the calls?
Give me a perception check.
That. Oh, it was almost a natural 20. Like it.
You listen out, and you can't hear anything at the moment.
But we're still not. Are we in? Like, is there a ceiling now?
There's no
Or is
ceiling
it-
to you.
No,
So these
still not.
buildings here, they have ceilings. So the actual,
Mhm.
if you go into a building,
Oh,
it generally has a
right.
ceiling to it.
Ah.
But this area right now, you are in an open promenade setup.
Right.
But you've moved quite a distance from the pyramid, and you can't really hear, especially over that sound of water. You can't hear much else.
So there's still sound of water.
Yeah, you still hear the sound. It's fainter. You're moving away from it, but it is still there. It's kind of like shadowing out anything else.
Let's keep moving this way, I guess.
Yeah.
Here's a door. I like those.
There is a door just there
Oopsie-daisy.
too.
Yeah.
So, what did I just break?
Yeah, let's head.
So,
there's time
Yeah,
constraints.
you do have a number of doors. You're going that way. Okay.
Yes.
Are you guys being sneaky, by the way?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd like another round of
Stealth is
stealth
always
checks at this point,
sneaky.
then. As everyone else is going to keep up, and I'm going to get them all to roll stealth checks. Nice. Why have I still got these? Oh, that's what I need to do some quick tab management, some window management. Rosins. Not great. So 14, 13, 29, 2, 10, 13. Okay. Bear with me 2 seconds. I just need to do some of those old dicey rolly thingies. They're so much fun. Wow.
Whatever's listening for us definitely heard me, so.
Whoops. That's close enough. It's not what I meant to roll, but it's close enough. Okay. As you guys are sneaking around across the corridor, unfortunately, Ulfgar is a bit clanky. He's wearing quite heavy plate mail at this point. That kind of jostles together, even as he tiptoes, it still rustles. Nearer, as you turn around to just shh, your tail thwacks against the large rock on the floor, which really hurts, but sends it clattering across and knocking around on the ground. Johanna, Giovanni, and Skaith. You do hear, somewhere to the west of you, a door open.
I open the door here.
And as soon as you hear that door open, that waft of sulfurous gas, that sulfurous smell, you get it again.
Oh, there's something exciting over there.
I feel like I should go. Just stab it.
You hear a growl coming from that direction, and then
Hi.
heavy footfalls moving in that direction. I'll allow you to open
I'm
that
gonna
door.
ready a guiding bolt if
I-
something appears in front of me, like within my vision. Like that's bad.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go into shadow.
How long does that take? Doesn't it take a minute?
It takes an action, I think.
Is it? I forget.
Check.
Can't remember if it takes a minute or an action. It might be an action, actually.
Shot. Selected up name. As an action,
It's an action. Okay. You melt into the ground.
I am invisible.
Okay.
I step into this room.
As Giovanni's like,
Yeah.
nope, stop that. One second, I need to fix the lighting on that.
I am going to start creeping up to the west. Oh, sorry, west. Sorry.
Yep, okay. At that point, Nira, are you doing anything? I'm going to sit a bit closer because that's he would have been.
Oh, sorry. I was going to keep on creeping up. Sorry.
That's fine, I'll keep you there. It's more of a case of acting simultaneously. So do you want to give Nira, is there anything you wanted to do? You're a little bit far back, so you may not hear the door opening, but you do hear footsteps.
Probably I can't step forward.
I'll give you about 10 feet of movement, 10, 15 feet. So I've moved in up a little bit.
Cool, because I was going to take us slowly a step.
No, I'll stay where I am, but I will I'll ready a reduce,
Okay.
just for the fun of it.
Okay. Skaith, as you shrink the corner, and Johanna, as you turn to look at the source of those footsteps, you do see another one of those ginger ape-like creatures puts a meaty paw around the corner and pulls himself round and looks over at you guys, and you can see as soon as he locks eyes with you, Johanna, this burning fury erupts from his eyes. I'd like you all once more to roll initiative.
Do I get to throw my guiding bolt at it?
Unfortunately, it wasn't necessarily a surprise round because he knew you were there.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
But she said she had it ready for something to come around that corner, right?
True, it's a difficult call, unfortunately. I'll think about it.
You're not really, like, per rules, not really meant to be able to hold the spell.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you meant to hold them for like 6 seconds, if maximum. It's meant to hold it for the round. Let's have a look. Who else will be missing? I need 2 Zins.
I did this happen quickly.
6 for Zin, and that one for the
He
advantage.
has
And that's
advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah, that's fine. So he gets a 20, and they just need to roll for Wolfgar as well. Now we're getting that one. Okay. Let's have a look. As this ape-like creature rounds the corner, it lets out this horrendous bellow in your direction. Johanna. As it begins to charge at you. And that's actually where we're going to leave it for now.
Oh.
Because I'm evil. The combat's going to take a little bit of time, and we don't have a huge amount of time left. So what we'll do is we'll pick up as soon as Adrian joins us next week. We'll just say, "So what do you want to do?" and really confuse him. So we'll leave it there, and we'll find out what exactly you're fighting next time.
Sounds good.
Good old demons.
Demons. I like demons. I've not played with demons much before. They're good fun. And I've got many more to offer. I like the Club Reasons. They're good fun. I had one of those as a boss on my level 5 campaign.
Are these all Monster Manual or are these Volvo?
I stuck with Monster Manual in the end. I considered doing Volos, but honestly, I bought a token pack about a year ago that had every demon that I wanted. There was even like 1 or 2 demons that I didn't put in because I didn't have the tokens for them. I couldn't bother to find them.
I know that feeling. You're like, I could do this, and then you do quick Google search for a token, and you're like, nope,
Never mind.
not bothered.
We're not having any Maroliths today. Because while they're really cool, I don't have that much time and patience. So, as I said, that's where we'll leave it. Let me turn off the recording.